Hi, welcome to Tony's talk show about Chinese language. Somebody told me the best way to study a foreign language is study by learning how to say curses. I remember I used to teach an American student curses. He learned so well, he got so excited, he went to the bus and he started writing all the curses I taught him. He wound up being beaten up badly in the bus by the public. So I had to congratulate him because it means that he learned very well. All that he says was understood. Well, I'm not going to teach you so you get beaten up, but we still have to learn some basics of curses so you can make people feel like you are already an expert. First, 狗屁. 狗屁. Now, you like to walk your dog. Now, the dog will go pee or go poo. Up to you or up to the dog. Whatever. But, if you get very, very, very upset, you can curse your dog by saying 狗屁. 狗屁. What does it mean? 狗 is dog. So people like to walk dog in the morning. So very easy to remember. Go, just English word go, G-O. P in Chinese is something in between P, English P and the English poo. Because P in Chinese is gas. P in English is fart, F-A-R-T. You produce gas. So when the dog produces gas, it must be very smelly. What does it mean in Chinese? 狗屁. If you want to make it light, it means you are nonsense. You are nonsense. Because what you say is like, the tart, the gas of a dog. There's a story in Chinese. A teacher was marking compositions of his student. The first student got what the teacher wrote 放狗屁. 放 means that you produce. You put out. 放狗屁. 放狗屁 means what you say, you are producing dog gas. 放狗屁. You are making nonsense. The second student, the teacher writes a comment on the composition, 狗放屁. Now, 狗 is dog, 放 is produce. 屁 is gas. 狗放屁. You are barking like a dog, like a dog producing gas. What you say is nonsense. The third student got a remark from the teacher. 放屁狗. 放 is produce. 屁 is gas. 狗 is a dog. You are like a dog. You are like a gas-producing dog. So these students all come to the teacher asking, Teacher, who was the worst? We got all bad comments. The teacher say, the first one, 放狗屁. 放狗屁 is what you are almost like, a dog producing gas. Which is okay. You are not a dog. You are just, saying something which smelly. The second one, 狗放屁. What you say can be compared to a dog producing gas, which is a little bit worse, because dog producing gas, you are a gas. What you say is gas. Doesn't make sense. The third student is a dog, not a person. 放屁狗. 放屁狗. 放 is producing. 屁 is gas. 狗 is a dog. So the third person is worse because he is as worse as a dog. So remember, when you are unhappy with somebody's comments, you can just, yell at this person, 狗屁. Be careful, this is very, very, very strong. 狗屁. 狗屁. Nonsense. 狗屁. Sometimes when you are very upset about someone, you don't compare this person to a dog. Some Chinese like to refer to egg, egg. When the egg becomes a little bit, messy, we say 混蛋. 混蛋. 混蛋 is you sucker. You're a bad guy. You're asshole. You cocksucker. 混蛋. Now, 混 is some kind of confusion. Something mixed together is called 混. 混蛋. 蛋 is egg. When you want to fry the egg, you have to stir the egg so it becomes 混蛋. So when you say somebody asshole, you can yell at this person 混蛋. 混蛋. Now, I want to suggest something. This time I'm going to teach all the curses that end up with the fourth tone, number 4 tone. Now, fourth tone is something very abrupt and short. When you are very upset, you end your statement very abruptly. So you use fourth tone. 狗屁. 混蛋. In English, you may have something like that, but very close. When you say something very short, abrupt, without any music, it becomes fourth tone. 混蛋. Now, 混 is something, is a confusion. When someone say 混蛋, what does 混蛋comes from? 混蛋actually comes from something that Chinese you eat very often in the Chinese restaurant. In North America, you go to a Cantonese restaurant, you will eat wonton. Wonton actually originally has something to do with 混蛋. Why? Wonton originally comes from the word 馄饨. 馄饨actually in Mandarin Chinese is wonton. 馄饨. In Cantonese is wonton. I will explain later. Wonton actually in Cantonese is written like something like cloud. One is in Cantonese is cloud. Tan in Cantonese is swallow. Because the Cantonese wonton soup, you put the wonton soup, the skin is very thin. The skin is so thin, it's almost like very, 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 very transparent. Flour. Actually, wonton comes from originally comes from the Chinese special kind of Chinese food. You use the flour and you wrap it up and you put some meat inside, and you have to seal the meat, the wrap, very, 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 very tight. So the kind of a condition is like, it's very, very tight, uptight. So the juice inside does not come out. So this condition of making very tight wrap is the essence of Chinese wonton. You go to a Cantonese restaurant, you can say wonton. More closely wonton. This is Cantonese, but there are lots of restaurants in Chinese from the north style, Pekingese. They will refer to this kind of thing as 馄饨. 馄饨. 混, as I say, 混 is some kind of a messy thing. 馄饨 is a condition of a mess. So it's a person who is not very clear mind, some kind of a person who mess around, a bad guy, we say 混蛋. Make sure when you go to the North Chinese restaurant, Peking restaurant, you want to order, they call 馄饨. This kind of dumpling, but dumpling put in the soup, called 馄饨. Make sure you don't say 混蛋. 混蛋 is an asshole. But 馄饨 originally is also used to refer to some kind of an asshole. But later on, we use the word to refer to wonton soup. 馄饨. Okay, now let me repeat. 混蛋. Cocksucker, asshole. 馄饨 is a wonton soup, the northern one style of wonton soup. Okay, 馄饨, 混蛋. Don't confuse this. Okay, now the Cantonese wonton. Why you are swallowing a cloud? Because clouds, C-L-O-U-D, cloud. Because you put wonton soup, because the skin is very thin, almost like very poetic. It's like a clouds in the sky, and you are swallowing the clouds. So the Cantonese are very, very, very poetic. You're swallowing the clouds in the sky, so you can know the difference. So why cloud? Because the kind of confusion, nebulous. In English you have nebulous, condition not very clear. So you order the soup, you can order clear soup, or you order wonton soup. But I think you get some wonton in it. If the restaurant want to cheat, will give you just a few wonton, maybe three wonton pieces, and all you get is a whole rice bowl of soup. But which is more important, the soup or wonton? If the restaurant is very famous, actually the soup is more tasty, and people go for the soup, not for the wonton. That's why you have wonton soup. But make sure you just say one 馄饨 or wonton, wonton, or 馄饨. You don't have to add the word soup in it. Again, let me teach something about this kind of a dumpling. If this kind of dumpling is produced in a dried, doesn't put in the soup, it's actually made differently. It's sometimes by steaming. We call 饺子. 饺子 is a dumpling. The same kind of, which is almost like wonton, but wonton skin is very, very thin, very thin. The best wonton chef can make the skin so thin that you can see through it, and you will tell that the best wonton soup is by judging the thinness of the skin. But for 饺子, it's different. Doesn't have to be very thin. 饺子 is judged by the juice it contains in it. When you eat the 饺子, be careful. Sometimes the best, actually 饺子 has not as much as juice as the 包子. 包子 is a steaming dumpling. Steaming dumpling is not like the boiled dumpling. Steaming dumpling is 包子, is round shape, and 饺子 actually is shaped like fan. So they are different. And how do you eat 包子? You have to be careful, because the essence of making good 包子is you decide by the juice contained in it. Basically, you can drink the juice that it produces. Okay, now, 蛋, egg. Sometimes, egg actually is In Chinese, egg is often referred to testicle of the male organ. Testicle, 睾丸, 睾丸. We say egg. 完蛋. 完蛋 means you are finished. What does it mean? 完蛋. Somebody say, when the bird's nest has the egg in it, it falls on the floor, all the eggs are broken. So that the end of the egg, so it's called 完蛋, means the finishing egg. 完 means finish. 完蛋 means you are end. 完蛋, sometimes you can shrug your shoulder and say, 完蛋. I'm end. Means failed. 完蛋. Now, 混蛋. 混蛋 is you are asshole. 完蛋 means 完蛋 means over. That's end. A failure, a total failure. You can say 你完蛋了, you are finished. You 完蛋了. 完蛋了 means total failure. Okay? So 混蛋, 完蛋. Actually, they have something to do with male organ too. Because a male in testicle, if you miss one testicle, you have no capacity. So you are end. 完蛋. But make sure pronounce this very carefully. When you are in the restaurant, you want wonton. Wonton is Cantonese. Wonton soup. Wonton is pronounced differently from 完蛋. 完蛋. How? Okay. All the curses I mentioned this time are all ending the fourth tone. Very sharp. 完蛋. 蛋. Okay? Now, I will do a few of the words that end with the fourth tone. And they are used as curses. 死相. Last, 死相. 死 is death. 相 is look. You have the look of a dead person. 死相. This word actually usually is said by a female young girl in flirting. When a young girl look at you and say 你死相, don't be angry and don't be sad or disappointed. It actually is the girl is flirting with you. 你死相, 你这个人死相, you are the look of a dead person. 死相. Okay? So don't be afraid. A man sometimes can also say this, but rarely, because this kind of a light curse. All light curses actually are used in a flirting situation. In Chinese, actually, sometimes you use terrible things, to refer to somebody you like, to suggest some kind of a cheerful endearment. And you can say, a husband as 那个死相, my person who has the look of a dead person actually is the husband. In Chinese, sometimes you can refer to a husband as some kind of something terrible thing. In Taiwanese, sometimes refer to a husband as a dead body who was run over by a train. And that is for an endearing husband. So the lower you put it down, the more endearing feeling you invested in your address, in your calling. Okay, 死相. Now next time when you see a person, you say 死相, and you say it with some kind of cheerful expression, the person knows that you are flirting with him. For girls, mention 死相 is more often. Something terrible, 恐怖. Okay, 恐怖, 恐 is terror. Okay, terrible. 怖 means it's spreading the whole body. 恐怖，恐怖 is something horrible. 好恐怖 Okay? Now, you can also say 可怕。可怕 actually is 可 is deserving. 怕 is deserving the fear of the deserving the feeling of fear. 可怕，很可怕 terrible 很可怕。Now, if a girl doesn't say 死相 to you, don't be worried, don't be disappointed. Maybe she will say you 讨厌。讨厌 is disgusting, offensive, unlovely, bothersome, loathsome. 讨厌 you are hateful. Okay, try to make friends with the Chinese girl and make the girl willing to say 讨厌 to you while smiling, then you win this person, this girl's love. Then you succeed. That's why I'm giving you all these expressions of curses that will end today's talk. See you later.